As the movie starts, a group of friends arrive at the beach during the night. They are all enjoying themselves a lot. Some are singing songs, others are dancing, and a few are playing games. Then they find a strange and large object there. They mock it and even damage it. They don't know what's inside it or even what it really is. After having a lot of fun, they get tired and fall asleep in their cars. In the morning, they start waking up one by one. One girl, Marcia, is lying on a table. As soon as she wakes up, she starts vomiting. But Marcia feels something strange. Another girl notices a bird landing on the sand. The bird looks fine, but suddenly, a large hole in the sand pulls it inside. Seeing that, the girl gets very worried. She then goes to Marcia and warns her not to step on the sand, saying it's risky. But before she can finish talking, Marcia steps on the sand. Now her leg also starts getting pulled into the sand. She tries hard to pull it out. She even uses her hands to help herself, but her hands also start sinking into the sand. Marcia screams in fear. Her friends can't come to help because they too will get pulled into the sand. None of them know what to do. One friend sitting in the car sees Marcia's condition and gets out to help her. Everyone tells him not to go, but he doesn't listen. As soon as he steps onto the sand, he falls and gets stuck. He tries hard to get up, but his skin starts sticking to the sand. The sand badly injures his body. Then his friends try to start the car to pull him up, but the car doesn't start. One of them throws him a rope, but he's in no condition to grab it. Within moments, his whole body is pulled into the sand. All the others there can do nothing but watch him get swallowed. Seeing that, everyone becomes very scared. They start planning how to get out of there quickly. The person sitting in the driver's seat of the car is named Jonah. He tries again to start the car, but it doesn't work. Then we see a healthy man named Gilbert. He is inside a barrel. He keeps moving, so his friends keep telling him not to move. If you move, you'll fall down, then the sand will pull you in, they say. Gilbert says, "You're all joking with me," because until then he had been asleep and hadn't seen anything that happened. He keeps moving because he's in pain. Then one guy says, "Someone will come to help us in 2 hours. We made a call. If you stay still, they'll come and rescue us." "Just listen to me," he tells Gilbert. Gilbert listens to him. But no one actually comes to help. They all remain stuck there. Then Marcia's friend says to everyone, "Last night we all partied here. The sand seemed fine yesterday, right? There were so many more people here with us. Where did they all go?" Then they start thinking the others might have been pulled into the sand. These people aren't directly on the sand. They're in cars or at higher positions, so they haven't been pulled in yet. Suddenly, Gilbert starts yelling, "The sunrise is irritating me." One of his friends throws sunscreen cream toward him and says, "Put this on, you'll feel a bit of relief." After applying it, Gilbert does feel some relief. Then everyone's attention goes to the object they found the night before. They had damaged it, but since it was nighttime, they didn't see it clearly. But now they realize that the large object was actually an egg. They made a big mistake by damaging and breaking it. Now it's split into 2 pieces, and the creature inside has come out. That creature has now gone into the sand. It's the one pulling them into the sand. Then Marcia's friend throws an item onto the sand. The sand pulls that item in 2. That's when everyone realizes the creature is hiding underneath the sand. Jonah says, "If we stay like this, we won't be able to do anything. We have to do something for ourselves." Then he climbs onto the car and tries to reach the table using a skateboard. He successfully walks and reaches the table. But as soon as Jonah reaches it, the skateboard slips. He also slips and ends up near the sand. Then the creature from underneath the sand comes up and touches his stomach. But Jonah doesn't panic. He quickly climbs onto the table. There, he finds a snacks bag, and from it, he gets a banana. As soon as he eats it, he starts vomiting. Then he looks at his stomach and sees it's badly wounded. All those injuries were caused by the creature from the sand. Seeing this, everyone gets really scared. But Jonah says, "It's nothing, you guys. You need to focus on your safety." Then he throws drinks to everyone because they're all feeling very thirsty. Just then, Jonah starts feeling pain in his stomach. Blood is spilling out of his body, and his friend starts crying out of sadness. Jonah says, "Don't cry, we are all very strong." He lies down there, still. Then, one of the girls sitting in the car says, "All of our phones are in the car's trunk." She tells everyone that they have to somehow get the phones because they could call for help. But no one is willing to take the risk because sitting there, the car's trunk won't open. Then a girl, Ronnie, says, "I'll go and open the car's trunk." But when she tries, it doesn't open. Then another girl with black hair, Chanda, gives Ronnie a cloth and tells her to hold it tightly to avoid falling toward the sand. Even then, she can't open the trunk. Jonah's friend then gives Ronnie a rod and tells her to hold it and try again. Finally, she manages to open the trunk. But just as she opens it, they notice someone coming toward them. It's the beach supervisor. Everyone looks at him. As Ronnie opens the trunk, her fingers get caught in it. The trunk then starts to close, and she screams. Everyone tries to call the supervisor over to them. He says, "This new generation of kids do drugs and do all sorts of things," as he approaches. Then they tell him they're all in trouble. He walks toward the car and gets out. When he gets out, they're all shocked because the sand doesn't affect him. First, he walks toward Jonah and is shocked when he sees his stomach. He wonders who did this. Then he goes to try and get Gilbert out of the sand. But due to Gilbert's weight, the supervisor can't do it alone. He then says, "I'll call my team. They'll rescue you." He's confused and says to them, "I don't understand. What are you doing here?" Jonah's friend tries to explain what happened to him. She tells him that their friend's fingers are stuck in the car's trunk. The supervisor goes to her but can't help her. Jonah's friend continues to scream. Immediately, the supervisor goes up to her and says, "Why are you misbehaving with me? What's your problem?" She replies, "Don't you understand that we're all in trouble? We can't get out of the sand. The sand has already taken 2 of our friends." The supervisor responds, "Don't drag me into your games." He then asks, "If this is true, then what sand am I standing on?" He tells them to come down quickly, but they don't move because they know if they step on the sand, they'll die. The supervisor then pulls out a gun, and with it, the keys fall onto the sand. They all shout for him not to put his hands on the sand, but he doesn't listen. He places his hand on the sand to retrieve the keys, but the sand sticks to his hand. The supervisor has pepper spray with him and sprays it on the sand, but it's useless. The creature takes half of his hand, causing him to bleed a lot. He screams in pain. Jonah's friend, from a distance, grabs the pepper spray, thinking it will help defeat the creature. On the other hand, the supervisor falls completely onto the sand, and the sand quickly pulls him in. Jonah's friend talks to her friend, saying the sand hasn't done anything to the supervisor because his shoes are very firm, and beneath him, the fibers are tightly woven like towels. She suggests throwing the towels toward him. "We can tie the towels to our legs and get out of here," she says. Then, Chanda throws the towel towards him, but while he's catching it, he falls from the cabin. Roots come out of the sand, sticking to his entire body and draining all the blood from him. As they watch, he suffers the same fate as the others and is pulled into the sand as well. This incident is extremely hard for their friends to bear. Chanda, unable to take it anymore, covers her ears with her hands and cries loudly. Jonah's friend tells her everything will be okay. She tells Chanda to set the grill here as a state and puts another grill down. She jumps from the cabin into the car. Once in the car, she slaps Chanda across the face because Chanda's plan was to bring them here. But in all this, she did nothing wrong. Afterward, the 2 of them work together to try and free Ronnie's fingers from the car's trunk. They succeed in getting her fingers out. Jonah's friend ties the towel to her hand, and on the other side, Gilbert, stuck in the sand, becomes very upset. Gilbert, stuck in the drum, begins to bleed, and the blood drips from the drum onto the sand. This triggers the creature, and its tentacles emerge from the sand because it detects the presence of blood. Meanwhile, the 3 girls use the grills to create a path from the car to the table. Chanda approaches Jonah, while Ronnie tells Jonah's friend to go first since blood is dripping from her fingers. If that blood hits the sand, the creature might attack them, so she goes toward Jonah. Finally, the injured Ronnie walks, but as drops of blood fall onto the sand, the creature emerges. Seeing it, Ronnie gets scared and loses her balance, falling onto the sand, where she is pulled in by the creature. Meanwhile, blood continues to flow from Gilbert's body in the drum, causing the tentacles to climb onto the drum. Chanda, tying many towels to her legs, walks on the sand. The creature doesn't attack her, which makes her happy, and she stands on top of the supervisor's car. Gilbert, seeing this, is also relieved, thinking that they will soon escape. However, he doesn't realize that the tentacles are attacking him. The tentacles grow larger, wrapping around his body and pulling him into the sand, killing him. As the creature grows larger due to feeding on so many people, its tentacles become much stronger. These tentacles reach the supervisor's car and start moving it. Chanda falls from the car and hits her head, losing consciousness. Jonah's friend is left alone because everyone else is in poor health. Jonah's stomach is injured and Chanda is unconscious. This makes her panic. The next scene transitions to night. Chanda regains consciousness in an air tub and helps Jonah toward the car. Behind them, Jonah's friend follows, but as they reach the car, the creature slams the car door shut. The surprising thing is that the creature's tentacles glow with a blue light. However, Jonah's friend does not lose her courage. She climbs on top of the car and spots a gasoline can. The creature grabs the can and doesn't let go, but she quickly grabs another can, pouring the gasoline around the car. Her goal is to make sure the gasoline touches the creature so she can set it on fire. The creature's tentacles catch fire due to the gasoline, and it struggles to withstand the flames. It soon retreats to the sand, losing energy. The creature's movements slow down as it retreats further into the sand. The next morning, a police officer arrives and knocks on the car window. Jonah's friend steps out of the car and notices that her feet don't stick to the sand. Chanda follows her, and both manage to escape from the area. The fire from the previous night kills the creature, leaving the sand peaceful and still. Sadly, Jonah succumbs to his injuries and dies, marking a tragic end to the group's ordeal. However, in the final moments of the movie, it's revealed that the creature isn't truly dead. It is shown submerged in the ocean, and its next target is a city, hinting at a potential continuation of the horror. The movie ends on a chilling note, leaving the audience in suspense. Thank you for watching our movie recap. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing for more great content. Your support means a lot to us. Have a wonderful day.